Okay, so back again. The next video, we're going to point my domain name over to my Feather site because I want it to work there. And then I can start publishing a bit more. I'm going to start publishing blog posts on the Feather blog about what I'm actually doing and why I'm doing it and how I'm trying to create it. So let's just get the domain. Let's go back to Feather. So we go to domains. So the person who created Feather is Banu. I hope I've pronounced your name. It's Banu Teja. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. Hopefully it's right. So Banu, he created Feather. Interesting enough, he's never used WordPress, which is amazing to me when I saw what he'd built, because what he's built here is pretty awesome. But there's going to be people who want to obviously migrate their sites and things or move things over if they don't want to use WordPress. So look, here is the domain name. I've never done this step, so we'll soon figure out how this works. Don't know why it's done that. Unless it's... Oh, right, okay, custom domain. What am I doing? Here we go, custom domain. Let's do that. There we go, top ecom. And then I'll click save, and it should give me some DNS records I need to put in. Once it's just saved, going across the top there, add the following. Right, so we're going to add a text record like this. So you go into your domain name you want to create. Usually I would delete anything that's here, especially the www. I might point the www as unmasked, so that actually might be the one that points to www. So what normally with domain names you're going to have, like, oops, not that one. You're going to have www and non-www, but you need them to point to each other. So let's just see, we've got a text record which is at, and then we're going to point it to this. So let's copy that, drop that into the value here, and then set that up. Put the A record, or the at symbol, sorry. Go back, another text record, and this is a name. So this is another text, okay. So there's no C names or anything yet. Let's add a new one. Let's just tick that one off, so that's done. So I can save, text record. Was that the value? Let me just double check. Always double check this stuff if you're unsure. Don't just go and put it in. Right, value, done. Tick that. So I deleted the www, which would just be, it would probably be a C name with the host being www that points to the at value. I'll double check that in a moment. So look, check status. Now this is the bit that might take a bit of time. Usually a domain, if I do it with GoDaddy, they take like minutes. It can be done usually when you change the DNS records. So it did do a check there. It was going across the top, so it might be double checking. You can see it, just the bar loading across the top there. So it's checking the status. Let's just double check. I got _CF. So it's I've been following Banu to see what he's doing and how he does things. He's using Cloudflare. That's what CF is there. I don't need to save this, I don't think. No, the records are added. topecom.co.uk. So this is the only thing that actually it could take hours. I have no idea. So I'm going to just pause this. I'll just click check status again. Usually this, it takes a couple of minutes. If it's an old domain, it's been pointing somewhere for years, it can take a while. There's a great site you can use to check propagation to see what it's doing. I'll see if I can find that in a moment. It's still saying check status for this record, which is text record, text type, CF is the host name, and it points to, which is there. Okay, let's pause. Okay, here is that site, and this allows you to check domains. You can check the propagation for a domain across the country, or the world, sorry. Let's agree. Let's drop that in there, do a quick search. So that'll then search through all these countries, and you'll see if your domain, the A records and things like that have been updated. That's typically what it does. So let's let that run. Let's just jump back. Oh, it's got some ticks coming in. It says it's done there. Okay, let's go back into Feather and click check status. So if you're following along, I'm posting all the updates to this over the next, however long it takes. Might be going on for a few days. I'm going to keep adding things to it and just tweaking the actual template and getting the template set up. I'm going to keep adding it to this thread on Twitter. And then what I'll do is I'll start publishing them actually on the Notion site. Oh look, and then I've got another one. This has come up. Okay, that didn't come up before. So Banu, if you're watching this, don't know why they didn't show me the first time. So CNAME record, unless it's just going through and doing all the checks, then it gives you other DNS records to add. Let's drop that in there, do that. Okay, so that's now done. Now let's do another check status. Validating. So these, I'm not expecting this to be instant. I'll probably pause the video again, give it a few minutes, see if it has, and then we will just see the status there. I'm wary the video's already at 5 minutes, so you can see it's saying the IP has updated, so the A record is showing the correct IP in most of the places. So that's good. This is on what is my DNS, and you can do a propagation check. So it's a brilliant site. If you have a change in domains or pointing domains in different places, that's the site I would use to always check. Let's do one last check. I'll pause this. Check status, validating, and usually this stuff's pinging all around the web. So it's doing checks and checking across Cloudflare's servers, and I think it's using Cloudflare, and he's possibly using Amazon for the hosting, but I don't know exactly. But anyway, let's pause. Okay, let's come back and do another. I've just a couple of minutes there. Pause. Let's do another check status. See what it gets. I'm expecting to see like a confirmation, like a green confirmation or something that says done. So that's all I'm looking for there. I'll just jump into the dashboard and show a couple of things. So here is the dashboard for this. You get some stats in here showing you when you've got members or things like amount earned. This is not relevant to me at the moment. I don't sell anything. Visitors, got a nice little analytics dashboard, which we'll show you in a minute. Here's some 2 articles that I've already published. You can see there's some content I've got published, so I can turn those off. If I go to the Notion site here, I click on content. I don't want those up, they're just test articles anyway. So let's expand this screen a bit here. I've got, let's let this load. My fan is blowing here on my Mac. Right, video's at 7 minutes. I'm going to cut this one short. So I'm going to click on, if we go to the end here, look, ready to publish, you can uncheck these and they'll then become draft posts inside of Feather, and I'll probably delete these anyway. I've put in my author details and stuff, but again, I'll record little videos on that. Let's go back over to here. So we've got pages. I already had some pages in this template, so they're the ones that are appearing in here. You can see further down. Okay, maybe I've unpublished them. They're not there yet. Our generated pages, we've got the blog index, which is / tags. Okay, so there's some pages. We can set pages to home page. If you're in Feather, the chat box here, and Banu's the guy who's doing all the support, so he'll answer any questions. I just hope I've pronounced his name correctly. Let's do one last check on the domain, and then we'll come back to this. I can kill this video. If there's other settings that need to be updated, I'll come and make another video. But look, that's still saying me to do that, so maybe just holding, maybe it's still checking that. So I'm going to pause this. If there's other settings, I'll record another video for it. Next step is actually to start building the main pages, or getting a basic page set up, and then getting the blog all ready and cleaned and ready to go.